Shawn Kemp. Shawn Kemp was one of the most exciting NBA big men to watch of all time. With his ferocious dunks and his crazy blocking ability, he was absolutely insane. Now, Kemp made 6 All-Star appearances in his 14 seasons in the NBA. He played from 1989 to 2003. Rain Man was an absolute star for the Supersonics. He played with the Supersonics for about 8 years, and then had a pretty good time on the Cavs organization. Unfortunately, in his prime, Kemp never got himself a ring. Despite in 1995, the Supersonics actually pushed it to 6 games against Jordan and the Bulls, but the Bulls and Jordan were a little bit too much to handle for the team. After his playing time with the Cavs, his career kind of went downhill for his last 3 years with Portland and Orlando, but that leads me to believe if he was so dominant in the 90s, I wonder how he would have been in today's NBA, and that's what we're about to check out. So here we are with the scouting big board. They actually have Shawn Kemp surprisingly low on most draft boards, and I guess it's kind of warranted because he didn't go crazy high in real life. They have him all the way down at 13 on this one. They have him down at number 7 on this one to the Celtics, so that's not too low. And then NBA.com has him going 16th to the Nets. So they definitely don't have crazy high expectations for where Kemp's going to go in the draft, but we'll see. So with the first pick, the Mavericks are going to take Zion from Duke, obviously. Number 2, let's see, maybe Ja Morant goes number 2. I don't know, maybe 3 will be RJ Barrett, I would guess. Yeah, RJ Barrett. I'm just going to skip through this until around when we're getting our pick. So Cam Reddish actually fell all the way to 12 for the Spurs in this, which is kind of insane. And then, I don't really even know this guy, if I'm going to be 100% honest. But he's from Gonzaga, so 14th overall. The Lakers take Shawn Kemp, 6'10", pretty crazy. So Shawn Kemp on this Lakers team should definitely be interesting to watch. As you can see, it's LeBron, Kuzma, Shawn Kemp, just definitely interesting. Josh Hart. So they definitely have some depth. We simmed through the first season with that, and so here's the MVP. James Harden always seems to get MVPs in this, and as you can see, Zion got Rookie of the Year. So I'm hoping that we're at least towards the top of that list for the NBA Rookie of the Years, but we're going to have to see. So the first team All-Rookie, we actually didn't make that team at all with Shawn Kemp in his first year. But we're at the top of the second team, so it's not the worst thing ever. In his first season in real life, he didn't really do that much either. His team, they got swept in the second round of the playoffs, and he didn't get a lot of playing time. So we'll see how we stack up against that. Here's our team for this. He's coming off the bench right now. We're versing that Spurs team with Cam Reddish. So let's see if we can get out of the first round or not. And before that, I'll just quickly show some of the stats for the season. You can see LeBron's obviously leading the team. Shawn Kemp's not doing bad, though, off the bench. 10 points per game, 7.1 rebounds. In real life, he didn't really do too much either. Something around those stats. Maybe even worse, obviously. But, so here we are. We are simulating the playoffs. Are we going to get a clean sweep on the Spurs team with Cam Reddish? We do. So we make it into the second round. Who knows? Maybe it will be just like real life where they get swept in the second round in Shawn Kemp's first year. So let's simulate this round against... no, I think we have to check out this team first, maybe? I don't know what's going on. Give me a second. I have to wait until those other teams get their series simulated to check out the team. So let's look at this Rockets team. We got CP3, James Harden, Cam Johnson, PJ Tucker, Clint Capella, Kenneth Faried. It's an okay team. Not crazy depth on it, but let's see. So we're not getting swept, so that's definitely a good sign. We're up 2-1 on them. 2-2, they tie it back up. 3-2, and we push it to 7, but we lose, which is definitely okay. And the Celtics beat out that Rockets team in the finals, so... Here's what our team is looking like now. You can see Shawn Kemp's up to an 82 and he's starting after the offseason. We got Lonzo, Klay Thompson, LeBron, Shawn Kemp, and Yusuf Nurkic. And we also have Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart coming off the bench. So we definitely have a very good team in Shawn Kemp's second season. Once again, James Harden gets MVP. It seems like he always gets them. It's kind of crazy. He just absolutely puts up insane stat lines. Larry Markkinen, most improved. Sixth man of the year goes to Jabari Parker. Let's see if Shawn Kemp made any of these lists here. So, let's see. All NBA first team, no. Second team, no. Third team, no. Defensive teams. You would assume that he might be up there because of like the blocks he gets, but I guess not. So, our second year, this is our team going into the playoffs. Definitely an extremely solid team. The team we're versing is D Rose, Drew Holiday, that rookie, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Bertans, and AD. So that's also another very good team. And surprisingly enough, this team even has DeAndre Jordan as their sixth man, I believe, which is kind of insane. So we can look at what Shawn Kemp's stats were like for the season. See if they go up to anything like he was in real life at the time. So 10.3 points per game and 7 rebounds per game. And in his second year, he actually averaged 15 points per game and 8.4 rebounds per game. So not as much. His stats aren't as good as what they were in real life. But in real life, he also didn't have the stars around him that he has here, like Nurkic, LeBron, Klay Thompson. So it looks like we're actually having a really tough time against this Pelicans team. And we take it to Game 5, Game 6. Are we going to take it to Game 7? We take it to Game 7 and we actually win, which is pretty crazy. And we're back up against that Rockets team that we played again. So as you can see, Shawn Kemp was the team's second scoring option in Game 7 to get them that win. So we're versing that Rockets team that we played last year. Pretty similar team. Chris Paul, James Harden, Darius Miller, Clint Capella, Jahlil Okafor. So maybe we won't lose this time, but let's see. So they go up 2-0 on us. Definitely not the best thing. 3-0. And we get eliminated. We get swept by them in the second round. And in real life, the Supersonics in Shawn Kemp's second year actually lost in the first round. So not the worst thing ever. So I guess we'll see if these Rockets team can up. The Rockets actually won the finals, so I guess it makes you feel a little bit better that you got beat by the best team. Going into Shawn Kemp's third year, the team's looking pretty good once again. We have an extremely solid team around him, so I believe he's up to like 85 overall now. Definitely really good. Give you a better look at the rotations here. So Shawn Kemp's actually up to an 87, LeBron 97, Klay 90, Lonzo 85, and Nurkic is at 89 overall. So the lowest overall in our starting lineup's 85. We might be like the Warriors at this point. It's kind of insane. So we're going to sim through the season. Somehow James Harden gets MVP for the third year in a row, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, so you see, Zion got Defensive Player of the Year, which is kind of crazy. Mo Bamba was just right there. Let's see if Shawn Kemp made any NBA teams. I doubt it, considering he hasn't any other year. Trae Young was on the second team, so that's kind of crazy. But nope, we didn't even make a defensive team. And in our third year, we actually, I believe, missed the playoffs, which is insane. So let's look at the player stats, I guess, and see why maybe. Nurkic got injured, but Shawn Kemp averaging 13.4 and 10.8, so that's not bad. Kind of similar to real life in his third year. He's averaging 15.5 and 10.4, so he has a little bit less points per game. But we actually missed playoffs. Kind of insane with that crazy team that we have. And in Shawn Kemp's third year, his team lost in the second round. So our final year, I usually don't go 4 years on this, but I got kind of frustrated that such a good, talented team, didn't even make playoffs in the final year. So we're just going to sim through it. I just showed you the team, pretty similar. James Harden gets his 4th MVP in a row. Crazy. That's just insane. 4 MVPs straight. Never heard of that. But you see Zion was on the All-NBA first team. Let's see, Ja Morant's on the All-NBA third team already. That's crazy. So I believe we did make playoffs this year. We're up to a 91 overall, 13.8 points per game, and 10.5 rebounds. Definitely a little step back from what he had in real life. points per game wise, 17.8 and 10.7 rebounds per game, but it's not terrible by any means. And let's, I guess, look at our record. We went 42-40. Definitely also a step back from what the Supersonics did in their fourth year at 55-27. Well, not their fourth year, but Shawn Kemp's fourth season. So we're versing this Thunder team of Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and just, I guess, side characters beyond that. And we have Lonzo, Klay Thompson, LeBron, Shawn Kemp, Yusuf Nurkic, Brandon Ingram, absolute bomb squad. Hopefully we at least make it to the second, maybe the third round. It'd be great if we won the finals, but who knows. So it's looking good to start off, considering we were the 8th seed, and we just beat the first seed 4-1, so definitely good. Wonder what is going on in this Jazz team. I'm assuming it's Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and maybe some other people. So Kobe White, Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert, Jay Crowder. Interesting, not crazy. We should be able to beat this team, at least I hope so. So they take it 2-1, 2-2. Come on. 3-2, we take it. And they push it to game 7. Jeez. And we lose in 7. But it's okay. As you can see, these are the stats. You know, they kind of snapped. But if you like this video, like, comment, and sub. There's other ones like this, and I'm going to be making more. So thank you for watching.